everybody. I am going to come on not for just a minute. It is probably going to be just a little while because I found this beautiful, bold blue eye look on Pinterest, I believe, and I wanted to try it. And since I'm not going anywhere, if it turns out terrible and it looks like I have a black eye, it's totally fine because I can just go wash it off. I have nowhere to go, no place to be, nobody's going to see me except for you and the rest of Facebook. So also along with that, I am going to be giving my Y Farmasi. And caution, there may be tears, there may not be, we'll see. Who knows? But so it is going to be a double video. So while I am talking about my makeup, I will be talking about other things also. So if you've been curious why I chose Farmasi, this will be a great video. And if you've been curious about Farmasi, this will be a great video. And if you want to see me possibly fail miserably at a super bold, crazy eye look, this will be great for you also. So I'm going to start off with my primer. I use the mattifying primer. This one is the strobe primer. This gives more of a dewy look, and this one is more of like a silicone based, super silky mattifying, and I love the mattifying. I love both of them, don't get me wrong, I love both of them, but because I'm going to be using the VFX Pro, that's more of a dewy foundation on me, and so I like to go in with more of a matte primer. So I'm going to put it on my blending bud, and I've been addicted to this blending bud lately, and I believe I think they're $6.90 on our website. I highly recommend it, especially like if you were blessed with large pores. A blending bud works so good because you just push the product in, and because we have good clean makeup, it's okay that you're pushing makeup into your skin. And also this primer is going to be a barrier between your skin and the makeup also. But even if I didn't have this primer, our makeup is good. So and also somebody was telling me, I think I may have mentioned this before, never even thought about it, that even if they're not wearing makeup, they still wear a primer because it protects their face from all of the yucky stuff just out in the world. Okay, so I'm going to put that on. And I'm going to be true to myself. I tell you that I normally do my my eyes first and then the rest, but I always end up doing my face first and then messing up. Every single video I do it. But for this look, because it's so bold, I am going to make sure that I do my eyes first. And in this look, I'm going to be using this really, really beautiful blue. Oh, it's so pretty. But if you're older like me, sometimes you feel a little self-conscious. Well, I'll speak for myself. Sometimes I feel a little self-conscious going with the really bold colors because I feel like I'm just too old for it. But look at how gorgeous that is. It is so, so pretty. It's almost like a periwinkle. It's like a bluish purple. So pretty. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to go into my Iconic palette, and I'm going to be using this really bright blue today, and I'm going to smoke it out. I'm going to try. This is what I'm going for. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my eye primer. So I am going to get a flat brush, and I'm going to dip it in my primer, and then I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid. So I want to have a really even base. I want it to be super even, and I want these colors to pop because I'm doing this combo because it's vibrant. And so if I'm going to take all the time to do this, I really, really want it to pop. And so I'm kind of going to just bring it up, and I'm going to use my finger, and I'm just going to kind of blend it in a little bit. Okay. So I'm doing this. I wanted to talk about, I'm part of this group, and I'm being challenged in my business, which I love because part of my why Farmasi, part of my why, and even having a business, is that if you know me personally, you know that I'm super super shy. I do not like to talk in front of people. I get so nervous. I literally get so nervous to speak in public or to new people. It's just, I've always been that way. I was a class clown in school just because I didn't have to be serious. All of the attention was on humor. And so it's just worked out my whole life. And I am terrified. I seriously just get terrified. I'm super, not an outgoing person. I very much like to be to myself. I'm not by nature a confident person. And part of this, I told my husband the other day, oh my gosh, I take so many selfies. I feel like I'm being conceited, but that's not my purpose in taking selfies. My purpose is that I have a business that I'm running. And so that's just part of it, because I have to show how incredible this makeup is. But by nature, I am not a person that likes to be up front at all, which is probably not one of the most amazing things about my husband, but he's super outgoing. And so with him, anytime we're in a situation, I don't have to talk. He's such a good people person and so funny and so intelligent and just all of these things. He's so. And so I get to be in the background, and that's perfect for me. But it's not perfect, because when you end up not pushing yourself, a lot of times self-doubt comes in, unworthiness. You feel like you're unworthy. You feel, I don't even know how to explain it sometimes, but it's a very good place to isolate yourself. And I work from home, so I'm pretty much isolated all the time anyways. And so one of the things that I really love about Farmasi is that it pushes me out and forces me to be in the front, because if I'm going to try to hit my goals, and if I'm going to try to run my business the way that I want to, I have to push myself. And part of pushing yourself is building confidence, because when you push yourself and you complete things, you become more confident. Also, on the other side of that, you push yourself and then people reject you, and it kind of helps that insecurity that I have also, which is fine, because that is a character trait that I need to build also. I need to learn how to be insecure and not isolate, or to be insecure and push past it. So it is a good thing. Very hard. It is very hard. This is a very vulnerable conversation. But first and foremost, for me, that was probably my why, because it causes me to go out and create goals, and sometimes I fail and sometimes I don't. And it just, sometimes it seems the harder that I try to work my business, the harder it is to get any sales, or, for whatever reason, there's those seasons that just nothing happens and you question yourself, and you just have to rise above that, which has been a really good growing experience for me. So yeah. And then another part of it is that I love, my ministry is uplifting people and speaking into people's lives and encouraging. And I love to be able to have a team under me that I can do that with. Do I do it perfectly all the time? Absolutely not. I can 100% get better. And I'm working on that all the time. But I want to see strong women. I want to see people that have not been so strong. I want to see the insecure women, and men too. I mean, I'm more than willing, I would love to have men on my team also. But I want to help people grow, and in the process, myself grow. It's kind of like if you've ever studied for a Bible study or a class or something like that, you become so much more knowledgeable because you've spent the time doing it. And so when you speak with confidence, and you're more secure, and it just feels good. So real quickly, I let that dry a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush, and I am going to put on, let's see, you know what? I think I'm going to use a matte color to start with. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the base color. This one is Magnolia, and I'm going to apply it all over. And another thing is I really, really want to be successful. I have a daycare, and it has been really hard on my body, to be honest. And part of it is emotional. I have been doing daycare for 11, I believe it's been 11 years now, 10 or 11 years. And, you know, most of my kids have come in at about 3 months, and then they age out when school time comes. And a lot of them, although we keep contact and stuff, it is sad because just because life happens, you don't really stay in contact like you say you're going to. Things happen, you know, all of that. And it is hard. It's hard on you emotionally to like constantly lose family members. And physically, it's hard on me also. And so, to be completely honest, when I get done raising, my granddaughter is a year old right now. And so when she ages out and goes to school, I would love for Farmasi to be my full-time business. Like, I would love for this to be my full-time job. I want to build an amazing team. I want to do amazing things. I want to buy my husband his dream car. I want to buy our house. Like, I have all of these things, and I know that they're attainable because people in my upline, people that have just started working their business within months, are already doing these things. And if they can do it, I can do it too. I really can. And I have to have confidence in myself, and I have to learn how to exude confidence and just be a person that as I rise up, I have other people beside me, around me, rising up as well. I very much would love to, at the drop of a dime, my husband and I are not like financial, we're not well off by any means, but we are perfectly fine. And I would love to just be able to say, hey babe, let's go to the Bahamas, or let's go do whatever, you know, whatever we want to do. I would love to just be able to take him on vacations randomly, and I would love to get all of our bills paid, and myself, I would love to do all of that. And so that is part of my why. I really, by the time the last daycare kids phase out, this round, I don't know how else to say it, this round with my granddaughter and stuff, I would love for this to be the end. And I want to focus on something else that I really love. I've been doing daycare for a long time, and I love it. I love the kids so much, but I want to focus on something else that I love that speaks more to like my creative side. And makeup is such a fun way to be creative. As you're going to see tonight, I a lot of times fail at this as well, but it's part of the process. It's part of the fun. And I love, like I said, I love watching other people get excited about things. I love it that when somebody gets one of my products, they're so happy. I love it then when you feel so terrible. Women, I don't know if you can relate to this, but there are some days that I feel so yucky, and that I just have to get up and I have to get up, take a shower, do my hair, put some makeup on, and just push through. And I love it that I can help do that for other people also. I love it that I can inspire other people. I love it that other people can inspire me. I love the friendships that we've made. Oh my gosh, the group of ladies that I get to do this with are so incredible. They really are. They're so uplifting, and they're so magnetic. That's one of our words. One of our words is magnetic. And it is because like we want to draw people into us. And it's so true. They do that. They are so sweet. And I want to go on the vacations with them. I want to interact with them more. I want to pour into their lives just as much as they pour into mine. And I know that I can do it. I know that I can. I just have to push myself forward. And so as you see me getting on lives more, and know that I'm not trying to be all that or like super confident in myself. To be honest, I have to gear myself up before every live, and I have to push through, and I have to act like I know what I'm doing, and I have to be happy, which I am. But I literally have to push myself through because I'm so uncomfortable in the situation that I'm in. I want this to become such a area of growth in me that I can just get on and just be confident in the woman that I am. That's all I want. And I see it happening. There are, of course, things that come along and you know, try to push you down, and that happens in life, you know, and we go through fun seasons, then we go through seasons that are a little bit harder, but through it all, I just want to be an inspiration, and I want to touch people's lives just as much as they touch mine. So anyways, that's a little bit of my why. It's not the full story. I want to be able to, as my grandkids are in school, and like I said, after these daycare kids age out, because I will not stop doing daycare until I don't have any grandkids that need daycare, because I don't trust people with my family. And I know that if I don't, I can't even imagine how it is for other people bringing their kids to me. And so I want to be that safe space. But when they do age out, I want to be able to, at the drop of a dime, be available for my grandkids or my husband. I know I didn't get to see my grandparents very often at all. And the relationship that I've built with mine has been such a blessing to me. Like, it's been such a blessing to me, and it is something that, like, I honor and cherish so much. And I want to be at the place where, when I'm able to, and like I said, when Symphony, my youngest granddaughter, goes to school, I want to be able to be there for lunches. I want to go take them out after school. I want to do things with them. I want to take them on vacations, dream vacations. You know, I want to bless them as much as they've blessed me. So that is a lot of my why. For my husband, my family, my kids, I want to take my kids on an amazing vacation where we can just do all the things, where we really get a chance to just bond, and I want to build a legacy. And yeah, that's just part of my why. I just, you know, just haven't really shared a lot about it. And I just want you to know that when I'm on here trying to sell makeup, it's not in vain. It's not any of that. I'm trying to build a better life for my family. I'm trying to build a better Wendy. I'm trying to have more Wendy at the end of the day for my husband and my grandkids and the kids that I'm around on a daily basis, and my friends and my family and my children. I want to be more present in everyone's life. And so you don't know how much it means to me when you buy a mascara from me. Like, realistically, like, we have $8.90 mascaras. If I only had like a few people buying things like that from me, you know, throughout the month, it would help me so much just to be able to achieve my dreams. And I work hard trying to do those things. And just know that anytime you support me, I appreciate it more than you know. It blesses me. And it doesn't even have to be a sale. It can be you just sharing my video. It could be you commenting on it, giving me tips, giving me advice. If I'm doing something wrong with my makeup, giving me advice. You know, it's the little things that mean the most sometimes. But yeah, so anyways, I just wanted to tell you why you're going to see me on more often, why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. It's not just a side hustle for me. I want this to be my life. I want this to be that thing that propels me forward to achieve the things that I never thought that I was going to be able to achieve. And that is my why. And it's such a bold look that I think I'm probably going to go on with lashes also. Okay. So I would love to know about you. In the comments, let me know, how do you press through when you are extremely nervous? Or how do you talk yourself up before doing hard things? Is confidence something that comes naturally to you? Or do you find that you have to maybe work on it and push through as much, but you just have to, you know, push a little. Is that you? What are some of the hard things that you've done that you've pressed through that you're so proud of yourself for now? I'm really interested to know. So now I'm going to go in with our Limitless mascara. This is my favorite. Double Lash Extend used to be my favorite, but this one, oh my gosh, is so amazing. And it's really dark black, has a lot of pigment in here. So far so good. I always do my mascara before my eyeshadow because I make such a mess. And I really should not have done the metallic eyeshadow before it because that is just a recipe for disaster. The cool thing is that these metallic eyeshadows, they dry to a smudge proof. They are not waterproof. They will come off if you run them underwater, but they are smudge proof. I'm not normally a bold eyeshadow kind of lady. I feel like when I put it on, I look terrible. I try to stay with more of a neutral or a really soft eyeshadow just because I hate it on myself. To be honest, I get the most compliments when I do a really bold eyeshadow look, but I'm the most uncomfortable when I do a really bold eyeshadow look. Okay, so this is the trial by error. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put down, so in the picture, it transitions from the blue to the, or from the white to the blue to the black. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start that transition right here. Look at how pretty that is. I am going to just kind of bring it back here because I'm going to smoke it out. Look at how pretty that blue is. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, so while it's wet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm just going to kind of blend these two together a little bit. I'm not going to worry about the back side because it is going to be covered up by the black. Okay. And the fun thing about this is that it's just artistic, and so if I mess up and blend it out too much, I can go back in and put more. It's totally fine. All right, so there's that. I'm going to start on this side now. Go over a teeny bit more. Bring it back. This eyelid is shaped so differently than my other one. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to take that same flat brush and just blend it this way. And at the end, I'm going to take a little more of the pop of light and put it right there just to clean it up. And this one is called Dive Into Blue. So pretty. Okay, so this one is already set. They set really fast. So you see, I can't even go in and move this right now because it's already set. But that's fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, now I'm going to go in and do what I was getting ready to do in the beginning. So I'm going to take we're going to go in with a transition shade. And I think for this one, we're going to go in, I'm going to use two different palettes here. I think we're going to go in with Taupe. I'm going to go in with Taupe as this transition shade. So I feel like brown is easier to, transition for the black than I'm going to be going to. So I'm just going to kind of go all the way up, just not going to my eyebrow bone, which I'm going to clean all of this up anyways when I go in to do my eyebrows, so it's totally fine. I'm going to start off slow, and I'm going to kind of just build it up. These eyeshadow looks can be so tedious doing. And honestly, if you're not talking, it doesn't really take all that long. But they really can be so beautiful also. Sometimes, you know, you just have those extra times in your day where you're like, I think I'm gonna do something a little extra. I got off work a little early today, and so I figured I'm gonna do something a little extra. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna go in with Ashes. I'm gonna darken that up just a little bit. I'm gonna take this. That one's clean. I'm gonna keep that clean one clean. I'm gonna go in with this one into Ashes. And I'm just gonna start darkening this up a little bit so that when I put the black down, it has something to blend into. Makes it more of an ombre look. Going this side. Do you ever try hard eyeshadow looks? This is really the only way that I'm creative. I don't draw, I don't paint, I don't do any of that. I do like to play in some makeup. That is my form of art. I'm going to bring this over because I can clean it up with concealer and stuff later, but I do want to make sure that it is out there enough. That way when I clean it up, there's a nice crisp line. And I know it looks like a hot mess right now. And I'm not even going to say that that's going to change. You don't know. I've always seen these looks and have wanted to try to recreate them, but have never done it. Okay. There's that. Now I'm going to go in with a pencil brush. And I went in with Black Truffle. It has a slight shimmer to it. I do have another one. If this doesn't do the job, I do have another one that's like a little more black. So I'm going to kind of focus right in here. And then kind of build out this right here, the corner. And I'll just lay it. and then use a different brush. Let me see. I'm gonna wipe this brush off because I used it in pink last night. I'm gonna use this, and I'm just gonna kind of blend it out a little. I don't want a harsh line at all. I'm gonna take some of it on this brush and kind of blend it out. I think I'm going to do the other side, then I think I'm going to go in with the darker black. This one is more like ashy, if that makes sense. And I think I need more of a, like, just black. But I do need it to be the same, so. And I kind of just set the blue down. I'm not worried if it's going to get muddied up right now because I kind of just set it down so that I would have a visual in my mind of where things are going to go. So I know it's getting kind of muddied up, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I am going to go in with the darker black. I think it's going to help me out a little bit more. Less work. I like less work. All right. Smoke this in here. I'm trying to follow like this line right here from my lash line. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffier brush and I'm just going to start kind of diffusing this. So hard to take when you're messing with your eyes. Flip that up. Give myself an eye lift because I'm your blue right here. See right here, you can see that it's really good that I have that brown because it's starting to blend into that. I want to try not to go above it, but just kind of meet it right under. You can see it's getting a lot softer. Those lines are a lot softer. I can go touch up where I'm missing. Okay. That's going to be fine for right now. Okay. Seems a little here. Normally, times like this, I start having an anxiety attack, wondering, oh my gosh, am I going to get through this? But it always ends up coming out, so I'm not worried. Okay, then I'm going to take this pencil. I'm actually going to take a fluffier pencil brush. This one is a little fluffier, so I'm going to go in to the black, and then I'm really going to just pack it in this crease right here and like kind of blend out that V, make that pretty pronounced. Okay, and do the same thing on this side. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start playing with this blue color. I've never used it before. See this right here? This is called Sapphire. It's very pigmented, and so I think I'm gonna try just with my just start laying that down. Okay. I'm going to take this flat brush. I'm going to take this, stick some of that. This is where you start blending. So you go forward with the blue a little bit, and then you take a little black and start blending it, and then you go with the blue in a little bit, and you really just get that nice built up line. You don't want it to be a harsh line. You just want it to blend nice and smooth. Make sure to get that lash line. Because I can come back in with eyeliner. It's not a big deal. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with Pop of Light. You know what? First, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my primer and get some on my brush. And I'm going to cut that out just a tiny bit. So note to self, when you're doing this, don't do any of the bottom first. That is the only thing that I would change. I will say though, it was nice to know where to lay all the colors, so I'm not mad about it. Okay, got that. Now I'm going to go in with the Pop of Light because that's going to give me the best, brightest color. So pretty. And I have this tiny little, I have this tiny little brush that I'm just gonna kind of like blend these two in together with. Oh, so good. That worked so good. Brush. See how the line is really harsh right here, and you can see that it's blended here, so that's exactly what I'm going to do on this side again. And I'm just dragging it super lightly into that blue. See what kind of ombre is in there. So pretty. Okay, now I'm going to wipe this off, and I'm going to get a little bit on of this Pop of Light, and I'm going to clean up right here. And then I'm going to bring it I might finish this step after I get my foundation on. I don't want to keep it muddied. So pretty. Okay. And it does look a little messy still, so I am going to be cleaning that up. Just trying to find out if I want to put maybe a tiny bit more blue. I might want to put tiny touch of blue right here. Okay, now I'm going to clean this up. And by doing that, I'm going to start with my brows because that's how I clean that up. Okay, so I'm going to get my brow pencil. Okay, so I'm going to use two different eye pencils. I'm going to use a darker one and a lighter one. I've been meaning to try this, and since I'm trying everything else right now, I might as well just do it. Alright, so I'm gonna do outline. Do most of it with the darker, and then kind of towards the inner use the lighter to do kind of an ombre. This one. So seriously though, if you have not used these products, please reach out to me just for anything. They work so good, you guys. I used to spend $60 to $70 at Ulta for foundation. I used to spend $55 at my last company. And this foundation is so good. These eyebrow pencils are like the best I've ever used. The mascara is seriously the best mascara I've ever used. When I say this, like, I have a lot of experience. I use a lot of makeup. I've tried it all. Seriously, this works so good. And with our metallic eyeshadows, normally, you know, you go to Ulta or whatever and you see the most beautiful color, and then oh, I almost rubbed that. That's not good. You see the most beautiful color and then you go get it and you try it on and it's not that color. Or if you get something that's shimmer, it doesn't have shimmer in it actually. When you put it on, you have to like drag the side of the tube just to try to get any glitter or shimmer out. This is not like that at all. At all. And normally I was paying like $30 for a liquid eyeshadow, and this is $15.90. Well, not for me, but that's the other thing. If you want to join a company that cares about its people, and we literally get blessed with stuff all of the time. I just got a whole Roseline skincare set just for ordering last month. Just for ordering things that I was going to order anyways. I got a full skincare set. How many? It has the bar soap, gel cleanser, rose tonic, rose oil, and face cream. A 5-piece set, you guys, for free. Just for hitting goals. When you sign up as a business, we have something called a fast start, and you just for ordering, like the first month you get a product, the second month you get a product, third month you get a product, and then the fourth month they give you $100 cash if you reach. I think the fourth month that you have to spend, or you have to get $200 of orders that you're placing yourself. And then they just give you $100. Like, really? It's amazing. Just for stuff that you're doing anyways. Like, if you're in business, you're already trying to make money. So for them to just bless you with that, and honestly, I could have sold that, but the only reason that I didn't is because I've said this before, I like to test the products so that I can give an honest review. I don't like to, I don't like for people to ask me how something works and I don't feel comfortable giving them that product if I don't actually know how it works myself, because your word is the only thing you have, you know? And so when that's destroyed, so is your reputation. And so I like to know what I'm talking about. Now, of course, everybody has like different skin type, or, you know, there'll be little things. Maybe someone doesn't like the same thing that I like. Maybe somebody thinks this eyeliner or this brow liner is terrible for some reason. You know, it doesn't work with their skin or whatever. But for the most part, like, quality is quality. Let's see here. So they really spoil us. It's amazing. And it's also the only company that I've been with that I have succeeded so quickly. It's so much easier to, sorry, I feel like something's off here. I'll fix it. It's so much easier to rank, and again, if you're doing that for a business, you want to rank up because that's where you make the most money. And so to be able to do that quickly within like my first 2 months was incredible. It made me feel so good about myself. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to go in with this flat brush again. Actually, no, I'm going to take a smaller flat brush because I need to have a little bit more control. All right, so this one is a little bit smaller. And I just dip it. I just get each side covered. And then I go up and kind of just follow the line of my brow, keeping this flat brush flat. And you want to take your time while you're doing this because you don't want to mess it up. So then I'm going to go in with the other side and do the same thing. And this eyebrow is always completely different than the other one, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to hurry up and this might be a little too big for right now, but I'm going to take this and just kind of diffuse this because I don't want a harsh white line in my brows either. I'm going to take this and make sure not to bring it down too far into my eyeshadow because then the blend won't be good. But can you see how it just totally fixed what was wrong in my eyeshadow? So I got a little bit more. I'm going to bring this out a tiny bit. Okay, then I'm going to get a little bit more concealer on my wrist, just a tiny bit. There we go. And I'm going to take the flat brush again. And oh, that's not it. I literally just had it. Where'd you go? There it is. So I'm going to get back with this one, and I'm going to take and I'm going to clean this line up. And over here. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to take this one again, and I'm just going to kind of blend this out. I'm gonna put foundation on, so it's not gonna be like so crisp. And then after I get my foundation on is when I'm gonna go in and do the rest of my under eye, because I need to do the underneath too. You see how it cleaned it up? Okay. Now I'm gonna go in and let's see here. You know, they all look alike. Okay, so there's been this trend going around, and while I'm trying everything else right now, I'm going to try this too. The trend is taking translucent powder or baking powder, not baking powder, but you know what I mean. If you're a woman, you know what I mean. And you put this on under your foundation, and it's supposed to give you a more even application, and it's supposed to make your foundation go further. I don't understand how it is going to work, but we're going to try it. And I mean, realistically, foundation's going over it anyways, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to be careful with my brows because I really don't want to ruin them. Okay, we're going to call that good. So now I'm going to use my VFX Pro. This is the foundation that I'm highlighting this week. So I'm going to close this. My blending bud got a little bit dry, so I'm going to go ahead and moisten it up again. You want to start with a moist blending bud. Sorry if you hate that word. It doesn't bother me. I know some people that are like, oh. So I will apologize to you in advance if that's you. You just never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Okay. So I'm going to go in. I'm running out of this, and this is the darker color anyways, so I'm mixing colors because I'm really light right now. And I'm even lighter now that I put that white powder on. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dab this on. Being very careful of my eyebrows. I mean, I can fix them up to a certain extent, but I can't go crazy. I think probably what I'll do is I'll go in with my concealer brush. I love this foundation though, it goes on so good. I'm just sad that I can see between shades. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my VFX Pro. I don't need a lot, so I'm just going to take a tiny bit of each color and I'm going to mix it, and then I'm going to go around my eyebrows because I really don't want them to get all funky. So I'm going to just take some on my hand, mix it around. I'm just going to put this here because I'll use it later. I'm going to take my brush and kind of like I did with my eyebrows underneath, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to dip it on the just the very edge. That way it's the same color above my lash or my eyebrows. So you don't want to put concealer up here because it'll make your highlights and brings forward whatever you put it around. So your brow bone, it'll make the top of your brow bone come out, which you don't want. Now underneath, you do want that. You want it to be like that, but not under or over the top. Okay, and then this line right here is very white with that concealer, so I'm just going to clean it up with this color and same over here. Okay. Right here. Let's be super careful. And then I'm going to take the rest of it on my blending bed and just redo it. Use it up. Okay. There we go. I'm going to take my blending bed, get the rest off my hand, and then pat it, especially up under here, to make it nice and flush with my skin. What do you think so far? I think they're really pretty. I think it turned out way better. Honestly, it turned out way better than I thought it was going to. I'll just give it that. It definitely isn't something that I am comfortable wearing though. I feel really uncomfortable wearing this much eyeshadow. Well, not this much, but this dark. And I almost wonder, I think I might go in with this brush that is clean and maybe even try to smoke this out a tiny bit more. I'm gonna go towards this way though, because I just cleaned up that area. I think. That's better. And then it kind of blends into the transition from my eyebrows too. I just hate harsh lines. Okay, I actually really like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in, and do I need to fix up my eyeliner? I kind of don't think so. I think it's fine. What I am going to do though is I am going to take, this is where I'm going to play around with that eyeliner. I don't know how this is going to turn out. This is where I might ruin it. So I'm going to take this little tiny smudge brush. Let me see if I have one that's, this one is kind of frayed a little bit. I don't think I do. Oh, I'll try one of these. I'm going to try I'm not finding one that is thin enough. You know what? I might just try this. Let me try this. Okay. I'm going to use this little flat brush. You guys, these flat brushes are incredible. I can never have too many of them. I use them all of the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right under here with the black just to connect it and smoke it out a little bit. I think I'm going to use this one that is like kind of glittery because it's a little more ashy than the other one. Okay, so I'm going to go up under here and right on my lower lash line, I'm just going to kind of blend this together. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do this because the picture that I saw, it was black through here, and then right in the middle was this really pretty blue. And if I'm going to go for it, we're just going to go for it all of the way, right? Okay, here we go. Smudge that a little. If you've stuck around this whole time with me, bless you. I know this is a really long video, and I appreciate you watching. Even if you're just watching to see if I would make a total mess out of this. Okay, I'm half tempted. I think I might, I don't know if I want to try this eyeliner or if I want to smudge. I think I'm going to smudge this eyeshadow that I used, to be honest. I think that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm trying to find that flat brush again because I don't want to ruin one that I use a lot. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to take this one again, and I'm going to wipe off the black, and I'm going to dip it in this blue, and in the middle, smudge it. Do you see it? Sorry, I can't see. I am going to try the liner. Let me see if it'll be brighter. It's definitely brighter. Okay, and I think to finish it off, I'm going to use a tiny bit of Pop of Light in the inner. Like this one. See that? All right. I think that I'm going to try to put on fake lashes right here. This is terrifying for me. I'm going to go ahead and finish getting ready though. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to hurry. I have this contour stick. Go right here. Right here. right under there. I'm going to take my contour brush and push it up. I'm so excited to take pictures of this. This is so pretty. It's so different on the phone, as always, than it is in person. And I'm going to go in with my Peach Bite palette, and I'm going to use the contour and just kind of deepen this up a little bit. I like to deepen that line right here. And go on this side and do the same. Carve it out. Okay, and then one of my favorite things, I accidentally opened it. You probably heard me say oops earlier. Be so careful. It's my highlighting blush, and it broke, and so I refuse to let it go because it is gorgeous. So I'm just gonna have to work. So I'm gonna use this Morphe brush. I'm not sure what this is. I cannot see those colors. If you want to know, let me know. I actually have these available. If you purchase a Peach Bite palette, you get one of these. You can use it for the highlight or the contour. So I believe I have one or two left. So if you purchase one of these Peach Bite palettes, which I absolutely love, you get your choice of either highlighting brush or contour brush. Love these. And then I'm just going to put this blush is really, it's like golden. I don't know if you can see it. It's a highlighter, so it has like the golden flecks, and it's got a little bit of peach, kind of peachy pink in there too. So it's actually just multicolored. I don't know if you can see all of these different colors. It's beautiful. I was so sad that I ruined it. Actually get a tiny bit more just because it's so pretty. It is really sad that I'm not going anywhere and this looks so pretty, but that's okay. All right, so with this, I am definitely gonna do a nude lip because it is way too much makeup on my face to be trying to pull out some other crazy colors. So I'm going to, I think I'm gonna get Skin real quick. Okay, I actually decided I'm not gonna do Skin. I'm actually probably gonna do a combo of 203, 205, and my 223 lip liner. So first I am going to go in with some lip conditioner. This stuff is heavenly. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my 223 liner. This is actually one of my favorite colors, lip liner. It's kind of a nudie color, kind of like a nudish, like a darker peach. It's a really good nude. Okay. You can literally use these lip liners and lip gloss and have the most beautiful creamy lipstick. Or even the lip conditioner and this lip gloss. So these are so pigmented. Ombre it. That, and then I'm gonna go in. I think I'm gonna start off with 205, which is Brave. This is my, like, seriously one of my favorite colors. You can do so much with this color. Okay, I'm gonna try to just put it if you want the perfect lip combo, 223 and 205, so gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna take I'm going to take this little brush and I'm going to get some highlighter and I'm going to plop it right in the middle before this sets. So pretty, and I'm just going to touch up just the sides where I didn't mean to get the highlighter. So pretty. Gives you a pouty lip. Okay, so I actually am not going to do I don't think I'm gonna do eyelashes on here. You know what? I'll try. Nothing beats a failure but a try. We're being vulnerable today, right? So I by no means am a pro at lashes. So I'm trying to figure out, these would look the best. They have not been cut yet. You know, I'm gonna be right back. I will go fit these, and then we're gonna try the new lashes today. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so what you do when you first get your lashes, I just did it, so I'm not going to do it, is you get them and they are much longer than this. So what you do is you take it and find the inner part has the lashes that are smaller, and then normally the outer will fan out more. Okay, so these are normally shorter on the inner. So you go down here and then you kind of measure it out, and then at the end you pinch it where you think you're going to want it, and then you take some little scissors and you clip that. Clip the end, because if you clip the inside, you're clipping kind of the natural way your lashes go, is they're normally shorter and then get longer. And so if you clip the inside, they're going to be like fat all the way through. But if you clip the outside, they just fit better. So I have never worn these yet. This is my first time putting on a thick band lash. So this is going to be a learning experience. And to be honest, I'm a little terrified to do it on camera, but I can edit it out if it looks terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and use this mirror. So when you put your lashes on, you want to be looking down. And I have this amazing eyelash liner. Now I did find that this brand doesn't hold them for all day. And so I just ordered one online that is supposed to be better. So, but an eyelash, if you don't know how to do lashes, an eyelash glue liner is so much more helpful. It is so helpful because I don't know about you, but I am terrible about telling when the glue is dry. It slides all over my eye, it messes up my eyeliner, it glues my eyelashes, and I just get tired of it. So what I'm gonna do is, actually, I'm gonna put the cap back on. You're supposed to shake this because it has the glue and the eyeliner in here. So you wanna make sure that it's definitely shaken up. That way there's equal parts of both. And these do come in black and clear, so far as from what I've seen. I'm not sure. It could come in brown too, but I'm not sure. They're just different companies. So what you do is you go on and you line. Now I'm going to get out of, I could get out of camera. I apologize if I do, but I have to see this part. So you're going to line where your eyeliner normally goes. Really get it on there because this is the glue that's holding it. As you can see, it's just a black liner. Okay, so I'm just making sure that it was working properly because over my eyeliner I didn't feel it. Okay, you want to make sure that you have enough on there to hold the lash. And take this one, and then you don't have to wait for this, you just place it right on. And so you want to look down. This is where it gets complicated because this mirror is terrible. You want to look down and place this right on that glue. And this is cool too because if you don't get it right, you can move it. Because I did not get that right at all. Fix this here. When I pulled these out, I kind of damaged the curve. Push it down and take this, push it down, push that down. And I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm just going to kind of like push that onto that glue. And voila! So pretty. So pretty. This like made the whole look better. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and shake this again. And then I'm going to this up against my phone so I can see. Put the eyeliner on. And this band is a little thick, so I am making the glue a little thick. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one off. Let's shape it a little bit. Cut in the middle. Make sure that this is touching. Take my tweezers. And there we go. Now, if you are wearing a band and it just kind of doesn't match right through here, what you can do is you can take your eyeliner, and I really don't need to, I'll do it anyways. Right there. See how I kind of just blended that in? Just to make sure that the line matched. And I'm going to take this real quick because my eye is watering. I'll put that right there. And I'm missing a brush. Where did it go? There it is. There we go. Now the last thing I need to do is I need to put some of my mascara on my bottom lashes, and then I'm good to go. And then I'm going to take some pictures. This is so pretty. And as an added step, one thing that you can do if you want is you can take a black eyeliner make sure you're tight lined. And I'm going to take a little powder, put it right under to lighten it up. And we're done. What do you think? This is the final look. My hair is messy, but this is the final look. I think it turned out really super pretty. Here we are. All right, I'm gonna go take some pictures. Thank you for watching, and I will get back to you later. Good night.